We've got several NWSL games going on this weekend. One of the biggest games is between number 1 and number 2. That's the Portland Thorns versus the San Diego Wave. We've also got my team, the Washington Spirit, taking on KC Current, and several other games going on around the league, including OL Reign and NC Courage. So we are going to get into our NWSL weekend preview presented by CarMax with Lisa Carlin, who's joining us in today. First time that I get to be here in the studio with her. So thank you for giving us some of your time, because I know you've got attacking third later on as well.
Of course. I'm so happy to be here with you, Claudia. Of course, Ian's always here, but it's great to be here with you.
That question just got a little bit harder now. I'm going for the more difficult one.
I want to start off with this number 1, number 2, Portland versus the San Diego Wave, with Portland's Sophia Smith leading the Golden Boot race with 11 goals. I mean, what can we expect from this matchup? Top 2 teams in the league right now.
Yeah, a lot of implications on the line right now, because both Portland and San Diego can clinch a playoff spot if they get this win. This weekend, there is a lot between these two sides, and they're incredibly familiar with each other. They were in the same Challenge Cup group throughout the Challenge Cup that ran concurrently with the regular season. And San Diego is on the road. They're going to be playing at Portland at Providence Park. They've won 5 of their 9 on the road this year. So that's a non-factor for San Diego, which is really hard to say in this league, that you can go on the road and continue to do that. Now, San Diego has struggled a little bit in their most recent form. However, they've got heavy hitters, and they've got players that can come out and prove themselves and continue to do well. They're stacked incredibly well down the spine. Of course, they've got Alex Morgan. They've got the youngster Jaden Shaw, who's on the verge of breaking a record in the NWSL to be the teenager with the most goals. She's got 8 right now, tied with Mallory Swanson. And then all the way back to Caitlin Sheridan in goal, the Canadian international. So they're stacked, but they're going up against a Portland side that wants to win the Shield, that wants to win out. They want to repeat, get back to the championship, and lift that title again. They can't clinch the Shield this weekend, but you have to know that their stars are in their eyes for the Thorns.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, the atmosphere, I was lucky enough to finish my career in Portland. The atmosphere is phenomenal, and it's even better now. And what we're seeing it from the men's and the women's game, the fans turn up, and they turn up in a big way. They're loud and they're proud. Sophia Smith obviously still struggling with that knee injury. What are you expecting from Portland and how they handle, obviously, a team that does enjoy going on the road like San Diego?
They have to feed into the crowd, Portland does. Use their 12th man to their advantage. Of course, Sophia Smith is the biggest player on any team's scouting report. That's who fans want to watch. That's who fans want to cheer for. Morgan Weaver cannot be overshadowed. She has created the most chances for Portland Thorns of anyone this season. And when you look at across the league, I love diving into like some nitty-gritty stats, because across the league, the top 10 goal chances creators, 5 of them are Portland Thorns players. Wow. You've got Sophia Smith, Morgan Weaver, Olivia Moultrie, Christine Sinclair, and Crystal Dunn. Top 5 are all on the same roster, playing at home in one of the final 3 matches of their regular season to clinch a playoff spot. The juices are flowing for these Thorns.
Love that.
I think Portland has only been shut out once this season. If they score, with 3 games left, as you said, if they score in each of their games, they'll be one of the only 3 teams to be to get 1 or less shutouts. I mean, do you think that they keep that?
I do. Honestly, when you look at Portland and how well they have been creating in the attack, and historically, this is a team that just does better as the season goes on. Despite internationals being gone for a chunk of it, they ramp up. They know the implications. They've all played in big games like this. You think about Portland last year in the NWSL championship. It's essentially the same roster that they've got right now. So because of that, they're able to continue to play and outshine and outwork each other under Mike Norris, the head coach in his first year at the Thorns. He's done such a great job with this team in instilling them with the confidence to know that they can go out and beat anyone on any single day. Knowing that there's 3 games left, they're going up against number 2 San Diego Wave, it only gives them more to play for.
This one sort of crushes me a little bit here. I was born in San Diego and obviously finished my career in Portland, so maybe I'll expect a draw in that game. I'll probably be happy with the draw. I won't be happy with the draw in the 5th against 4th place, obviously OL Reign against North Carolina Courage. Not an easy game to predict this one. Obviously, there's a lot at stake here. Where are you leaning in this game?
I like North Carolina in this one. OL Reign has been struggling as of late. They haven't been able to pick up enough points. Now, they've got a lot of emotions behind them as well. Megan Rapinoe just said goodbye to the international game with the U.S. She only has 3 left, 3 guaranteed games left in her soccer career. ever. That puts a lot of pressure on a player to perform and to do well. She's also right on the verge of hitting 50 career goals in the NWSL, hitting her an assist to break records there. And you know that Megan Rapinoe is thinking about these stats. Now, North Carolina is a really good team. They've also struggled as of late in the way that they've played. They've lost 2-1 score lines in the most consistent time, 3 straight games, which is really tough for this North Carolina side coming off of a Challenge Cup victory, but they've got a lot of juice. North Carolina has the power. They've got young superstars, and they have a game plan. Sean Nahas preaches possession with a purpose, keeping the ball. They're one of the only teams in the NWSL that keeps the ball as successfully as they do, and they're just going to work it around OL Reign, tire them out. I think North Carolina's going to get it.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Of course, Ian.
Obviously,
nothing's off limits here.
It's not off limits, and that's why I love to be right on that red line. But with everything that's happening around Megan and the goodbyes, does it put more pressure on her teammates to step up with the Megan Rapinoe show going out now, or is it more so on Megan herself? I mean, I'm intrigued to see how her teammates handle these.
I don't think it's pressure on OL Reign teammates. I think they want to do it. The players that have all spoken out, who have spent time with her and played with her, they want to do it. It's not that they have this outside pressure to perform well or even pressure from Rapinoe herself. Instead, they want her to go out with a bang. So they're going to give everything they can for their teammates, incredibly selfless in those situations. And that's what we've heard from these players when they speak out in media availability, that they want to do it for her and succeed for her. It's not that they feel as though they have to.
Yeah, that's interesting.